Top five reason why every real estate agent needs checklists and step-by-step systems. All right, let's get into this. This one is so important. This is going to help you in so many ways. So, really what you need if you want to build a business that's going to be consistent, right? Instead of putting out fires, well, checklists are one of the biggest advantages you can have. And top performing agents, they're not just going to rely on memory. They're going to rely on systems. So that step by step, the checklist, those things help. So the first reason right off the bat is you're going to stop making expensive mistakes. Okay, so real estate, we know, has hundreds of moving parts. Forgetting just even one task can cost you money, time, or even a client. I remember one of the first ones I had. I had called, got on my very first call. I got an appointment, went over there, went through it. What I thought I had everything, but the person who taught me did not include one of the key forms that I need to get signed. So I had to go back to this person and come back and say, hey, I need you to sign this. Shouldn't you have signed this yesterday? And I go, yes, totally my fault. If you want to cancel, it's totally fine and go with another agent. And you go, no, that's fine. Okay, I was kind of trusting that I had all of the forms that I needed, but I didn't, right? Because for whatever reason, that teacher did not include that. So what is the first thing I did? I made a list of every single possible thing that I needed because I didn't ever want to feel that way again and I wanted to improve the process, right? But it could have very easily costed me a client right there. So here's some things, examples, right? That's a good example. It could be inspection deadlines, sending disclosures, uh, earnest money deadlines, not confirming the appraisal appointment. So you want to create that step-by-step process, right? For every single transaction. You're going to review it daily, check off the completed task, have someone else verify all the critical deadlines, archive completed checklist for future reference. This is really key. And you want to be doing this for every single process that you do, by the way. Whatever you're doing now, just pick one, write it out step by step, what you have to do, right? For every single thing, start to document. This is going to be really critical in growth. Or if you want to go on vacations, if you want to hire TCs, bring on new agents, I promise you. And this will also help you, right, in the future to improve that process. Okay, so number two, what does it also do? You want to deliver a better client experience. Clients, what do they love knowing? Love knowing what's happening next. So a clear process, right, it's going to build confidence and reduce stress. So instead of just saying, hey, yeah, I'll keep you updated. If you say, hey, here's exactly what's going to happen over the next 30 days. Can you imagine on your listing appointment where you're just showing them all the process? How much more likely is it that they're going to end up going with you because they can see you are organized, right, and have this step by step? Okay. And here's very powerful, right? So you can have in there weekly emails, update calls, inspection timeline, appraisal updates, closing countdowns, right? Anything that you think is important, and your clients are going to feel like they're working with a professional who's done this hundreds of times. And it's different when you have the processes laid out, it makes it easier, right? Like I post a lot of posts every day. I create a lot of YouTube content. I coach a lot of people. I have all of these things broken down into what my process is. Why? Because I want to continually improve it. It also saves me time. One thing that will save you time is subscribing to this channel. It's going to save you money, time, effort. It's going to make you better. Okay? So please make sure you do that. Put in there what was the first thing you wrote down step by step in real estate. That would be great. Make sure you get into my free school coaching group, right? You can comment on this. And then, of course, in my paid one as well, when you're ready to have accountability, know exactly the next thing you should be doing, and to help you get this stuff dialed in as well. Okay, number three, saved you hours every week. right? Do you want to keep reinventing the wheel? Wasting time? You ever wonder, like, oh, what email should I send next? Need a sequence, right? Need it step by step. What do I say next? What happens after inspections? When you follow your checklist, okay, it's a lot simpler and you will save that time. And you have that all mapped out. There can be improvements, there can be adjustments. We can try things, but it will save us because we have to keep thinking about it. So, examples of some checklists to create: new buyer checklist, new seller checklist, listing checklist, buyer consultation, seller consultation, open house, showing homes, closing day, past client follow-up, referral process, right? Okay, I would absolutely be including like YouTube content if you have Facebook group, right? Email sequences that you're going to send out, what your follow-up is going to be, okay? Broken out to different types, whatever it is. But the more on top of this you can get, if you're recruiting, right? I've brought in a lot of agents. Okay, there is a process to that. Everything you do, you want to have that, your sales process, right? Whatever it is. Okay, because what will happen is if you can save even 30 minutes per transaction, that adds up to a dozen of hours each year. And if you can imagine that savings across everything you're doing, so you get the time saving and then the refinement of that. It's so great. Promise you, once you start doing it and you see the value of it, you're going to want to do it with everything you do. Okay, number four, your business becomes consistent. I hear this a lot. Well, real estate's so up and down and da, da, da. Tough market, easy. It's hard to get consistent. Okay. Yes, but what are some things that help smooth that out? Right? The best agents aren't successful because they're lucky, they're consistent, right? A checklist process step by step. It's going to ensure a few things. It's going to ensure that you're consistent across your activities, right? That clients receive the same high level of service. You could be response times, right? How you're scheduling your consultations, what kind of welcome packets you're sending, or emails or video, your weekly communication, your follow-up, your check-in, okay, you're following up, inviting them to your client appreciations events twice a year, following up quarterly, right? All of these things, you have a systems process checking, right? And step by step. That's going to consistently create referrals because why? Clients know exactly what to expect. And if you're doing this and every single thing you're doing, you don't think I got better at cold calling because I had a system in place of exactly what I do, right? Like most people, they call once. Okay. I had a system of exact times that I would call and how much follow up and how often, what would I say, email, video, the whole thing. Guess what it did? Work. It would set those appointments all the time. Where other people would be like, oh, my pipeline's lower this. I'm like, well, what have you been doing? I don't know. I kind of do a little this, a little that. It's like a recipe. When you get a great recipe, when I go to an amazing restaurant, I want it to be the same great experience if I'm bringing someone else over for me to have that food. You think it would be that way if every chef is creating a little bit different of the dish? No, that's why we have recipes. Now, look, I'm not saying you can't create and then adjust or different variation. I'm not saying that. But the more consistent we have, we're going to have that consistently great experience. When you have an amazing, right, recipe or dish that you've eaten, you want to share it, you want that same great thing. That's why we want that consistency. And that's what we want to do in our steps. Once we have something down, we follow it, we map it out, and we try to improve it, of course. But we want that consistency, that step by step, what we should do. Now, how does this really help? Number five, and perhaps the most important thing, and you guys made it to the end, this is how you can grow and scale your business. Do you always want to be doing the same thing and not growing and building? Well, if everything's in your head, what does it do? It depends entirely on you. What do we want to do? We want to document, right? We want to get everything documented step by step. What's the plan? Why? Now we can hire an assistant. Well, how do I do this? Oh, let me show you. Here's the step-by-step procedure I want you to follow. If you hire a VA, they're following it. If you're creating an AI agent, You have to have those procedures laid out of what they're going to do, right? If you're training a transaction coordinator, you got to tell them what you want to have happen. A showing agent, same thing. If you're building something on a team, if you're ever going to take vacation without something stopping, these all need to be step-by-step process. Okay, success business runs on what? Systems, not memory. So you create those checklists, lead gen, prospecting, right? We went through it, listing, appointments, buyer consultation, your social media, your YouTube, step by step of how we're doing it. Your email marketing, open houses, transaction management, and client follow up. Okay? And ask yourself, you had to teach your brand new agent how to do this tomorrow. What exact steps would they follow? So you're going to write those steps down, improve them over time, and make them a part of your business. The more your business runs on systems, step-by-step checklists, the more predictable your results become. I resisted this at first. I'm like, I know it. I got it. I can just call. I can just do this. I'm good at sales, blah, blah, blah. I got a lot better when I started going through step-by-step and checklists. Start implementing into your business and you're going to watch the consistency. You're going to watch the growth. I promise you. Yes, you need to get those 10 real estate conversations every day, 20 to 25, you don't have appointments, right? But it should be systematized. What we're saying on those, right? How often we're following up, what we're doing, what those procedures are. It will get easier and easier, and you will start to grow and have it for social media growth or getting deals to coming to us too. If you want to take a look at those, get in my paid, I'll go through them with you, right? It is amazing once you start doing those things every single day and having all of that step by step to bring that consistency in there in the checklist. All right, guys, hope this helps. Put in the comments if it did. Please make sure you subscribe. I really, really appreciate it. This one was really an important one that you want to be doing. If you're not, I know a lot of agents are not, or just have like basics. We'll have a buy or have a sell. Okay, you want to be doing in all the things that you're doing. You will improve. I promise you. All right. Thanks again so much for watching. I really appreciate it and have an amazing rest of your day. Take care.